Approximately 20 million years ago, during the Miocene and Pliocene epochs, 23 to 2.6 million years ago, the Megalodon, Carcharocles megalodon, reigned supreme as the undisputed king of the oceans. This colossal shark, the largest ever known, was a marvel of evolutionary engineering, perfectly adapted to dominate its marine environment. Measuring up to 18 meters 60 feet, in length 3 times the size of the largest recorded great white shark, the Megalodon was a behemoth. Its weight ranged from 30 to 65 metric tons, 66,000 to 143,000 pounds, comparable to the mass of a space shuttle. The name Megalodon, derived from ancient Greek, translates to big tooth, a fitting descriptor for its massive serrated teeth, each the size of a human hand. These teeth, numbering up to 40,000 over a lifetime, were shed and regrown continuously, ensuring the shark always had a lethal arsenal for hunting. The Megalodon's diet was as formidable as its size. It consumed approximately 1,100 kilograms, 2,500 pounds, of food daily, equivalent to 2 cows or 10,000 quarter-pound burgers. Its primary prey included baleen whales, which were abundant in the warm, tropical waters it preferred. However, the Megalodon was also cannibalistic, readily preying on smaller megalodons or injured rivals when opportunities arose. Its hunting strategy was both brutal and efficient. It would position itself beneath its prey, hidden in the depths, then surge upward at high speed, delivering a catastrophic blow with its 65-ton body. This attack often targeted the prey's ribcage, incapacitating it instantly. With a skull measuring 4.5 meters 15 feet long, the Megalodon could swallow prey as large as a family car hole. Even its newborns, measuring 3 to 4 meters 10 to 13 feet at birth, were formidable predators capable of hunting smaller marine creatures from the moment they entered the ocean. Fossil evidence, particularly teeth dating back 3 million years, reveals the Megalodon's global presence. Its remains have been found in waters worldwide, from North America to Australia, except in the frigid Antarctic. The shark thrived in warm, tropical environments, a preference supported by its partial warm-bloodedness. Unlike most fish, the Megalodon could generate heat through its muscles, maintaining a body temperature 7 degrees Celsius 13 degrees Fahrenheit higher than the surrounding water. This adaptation allowed it to hunt efficiently in a variety of oceanic conditions, from shallow coastal waters to deeper offshore regions. The Megalodon's reign ended approximately 2.6 million years ago, during the onset of the Pliocene Ice Age, a period marked by severe global cooling. This climatic shift triggered a cascade of environmental changes that proved catastrophic for the Megalodon. As glaciers expanded, sea levels dropped by up to 200 meters 650 feet, reducing coastal habitats critical for marine life. Baleen whales, the Megalodon's primary food source, face population declines due to disrupted breeding grounds and reduced nutrient flows caused by altered ocean currents. Warmer waters, where whales typically gave birth, shrank, forcing them to migrate to colder, less hospitable regions for feeding. This scarcity of prey placed immense pressure on the Megalodon, whose massive size and high metabolic rate required vast quantities of food to sustain. Compounding these challenges, smaller, more agile predators like great white sharks began to outcompete the Megalodon. These sharks, one-third the size of their giant cousin, required significantly less food and were better adapted to hunt smaller, more abundant prey like dolphins and seals. The Megalodon, with its energy-intensive physiology, struggled to shift to these less nutritious food sources. Additionally, its breeding grounds, likely located in warm coastal waters, were disrupted by receding shorelines, further threatening its reproductive success. Some scientists argue that the Megalodon's partial warm-bloodedness should have allowed it to withstand cooling temperatures. However, the Pliocene Ice Age was exceptionally severe, with temperature drops among the most extreme in the last 500 million years. The combination of dwindling prey, increased competition, and disrupted habitats proved insurmountable. The Megalodon, an apex predator that once ruled the seas, likely succumbed to starvation, its massive size becoming a liability in a rapidly changing world. What if the Megalodon had defied extinction and survived into the 21st century, evolving to meet the challenges of a changing planet? To envision such a scenario, we must consider the adaptations that would have allowed this ancient predator to endure the Pliocene Ice Age and thrive in modern oceans. Let's explore the evolution of Meg 2.0, a hypothetical descendant of the Megalodon, reimagined as a modern oceanic titan. To survive the Ice Age, the Megalodon would have needed to overcome three primary challenges: colder waters, dwindling food sources, and disrupted breeding grounds. One critical adaptation could involve a reduction in body size, mirroring the evolutionary response of the winter skate in Canada. This species shrank by 45% over 7,000 years in response to rising water temperatures, a change encoded in its genes. If the Megalodon reduced its size to 55% of its original 18 meters, approximately 10 meters, 33 feet, it would lower its metabolic demands, making it more agile and competitive with smaller predators like great white sharks. This smaller size would reduce its daily food requirement to around 600 kilograms, 1,320 pounds, roughly half its original intake, allowing it to sustain itself on a wider range of prey. To enhance its hunting efficiency, the Megalodon could adopt cooperative behaviors similar to orcas, forming pods of up to 5 individuals. Group hunting would enable it to target diverse prey, including squid, large fish, and smaller marine mammals, with greater success. This strategy would also provide protection against competitors, ensuring the Megalodon's dominance in contested waters. Additionally, the Megalodon could diversify its diet by becoming omnivorous, a trait observed in the bonnethead shark, which consumes seagrass to supplement its diet. By incorporating nutrient-rich marine plants, the Megalodon could endure periods of food scarcity, a critical adaptation during the Ice Age. To withstand colder waters, the Megalodon could develop a thick layer of blubber akin to that of whales, providing insulation against freezing temperatures. This adaptation would allow it to hunt in deeper, colder waters where prey might still be abundant. To protect its young, the Megalodon could adopt the reproductive strategy of white sharks, giving birth in remote, warmer offshore waters far from shifting coastal conditions. This would ensure the survival of its newborns, which, at 1.5 to 2 meters 5 to 6.5 feet long, would still be formidable predators. Over the next 7,000 years, as Earth's climate oscillated between warming and cooling periods, the Meg 2.0 would continue to evolve, refining its adaptations to maintain its dominance. Its size might stabilize at 50% of its original length, around 9 meters 30 feet, striking a balance between predatory power and metabolic efficiency. This smaller size would allow it to compete with great white sharks and other predators while remaining a solitary hunter when necessary. During colder periods, the Meg 2.0 would migrate to tropical and subtropical waters, increasing genetic diversity through interbreeding with populations in different regions. This migration would enhance its resilience, ensuring long-term survival. By the 19th and 20th centuries, the Meg 2.0 would have adapted to the presence of humans, particularly during the era of industrial whaling. Whaling ships venturing too close to its territory would face swift retaliation, as packs of Meg 2.0s swarmed and destroyed vessels. These encounters would reinforce the shark's reputation as a formidable force, teaching humans to steer clear of its domain. Lessons learned from competing with great white sharks would sharpen its hunting tactics, ensuring its dominance in the face of human encroachment. In the modern era, the Meg 2.0 would be a breathtaking, yet terrifying creature, potentially growing to 30 meters 100 feet, rivaling the size of a blue whale, and weighing 200 tons 440,000 pounds, equivalent to 33 elephants. Its heart, the size of a compact car, would power its massive frame, requiring 3,600 kilograms 8,800 pounds of food daily to sustain its metabolism. This apex predator would sit atop the oceanic food chain, preying on large marine animals such as whales, seals, and large fish. While it would not actively target humans, its size and power could lead to accidental attacks, particularly in murky or choppy waters where humans might be mistaken for smaller prey. Fishermen would face significant challenges in Meg 2.0's territory, as its presence would dominate coastal waters, making fishing a rare and perilous endeavor. Its pack hunting strategy, omnivorous diet, and thick blubber would enable it to thrive despite modern environmental pressures, including climate change and rising sea levels. However, the depletion of oceanic food sources due to overfishing and pollution could pose a threat to its survival. To adapt, the Meg 2.0 might further diversify its diet, incorporating more plant-based nutrients like seagrass or algae, or migrate to new feeding grounds in less exploited regions of the ocean. The Meg 2.0's dominance would also influence marine ecosystems, keeping populations of prey species in check and maintaining ecological balance. Its presence would deter other large predators, reinforcing its role as the ocean's top predator. However, new challenges could emerge, such as competition from other evolving species or environmental shifts driven by human activity. For example, a hypothetical resurgence of a giant predator like the titanoboa, a massive prehistoric snake, could challenge the Meg 2.0's reign, creating a dramatic clash of titans in the modern oceans. For the Megalodon to have survived the Pliocene Ice Age, the environmental conditions that triggered its extinction would have needed to be less severe. A warming event, such as massive volcanic eruptions releasing greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, could have counteracted the cooling trend. Approximately 56 million years ago, a similar event, the Paleocene thermal maximum, raised global temperatures by up to 8 degrees Celsius 14 degrees Fahrenheit, creating warm oceanic conditions that might have preserved the Megalodon's habitat. However, such warming could have caused mass extinctions among other species, complicating the Megalodon's survival by altering the marine food web. Unlike great white sharks, which thrived due to their lower metabolic needs and adaptability, the Megalodon's massive size and energy demands required extraordinary adaptations to endure the Ice Age. Shrinking its size, diversifying its diet, adopting cooperative hunting, and developing insulation would have been critical. While speculative, this scenario underscores the Megalodon's potential to evolve into a modern marvel, leveraging its evolutionary toolkit to navigate a changing world. The Meg 2.0, as a modern descendant of the Megalodon, would embody the resilience and adaptability of nature's greatest predators. Its smaller, more efficient form would allow it to compete in a crowded oceanic landscape, while its cooperative behaviors and diverse diet would ensure its survival in the face of environmental challenges. As a symbol of evolutionary triumph, the Meg 2.0 would command awe and respect, its presence a reminder of the power and mystery of the deep. Yet, the future of the Meg 2.0 remains uncertain. Climate change, overfishing, and pollution threaten marine ecosystems, potentially limiting its food sources. To survive, it might need to evolve further, perhaps adopting a more vegetarian diet as some modern sharks have done, or developing new hunting strategies to exploit coastal populations. Alternatively, it could face competition from emerging predators, echoing the challenges that once drove its ancestor to extinction. Only time will tell whether the Meg 2.0 would continue to rule the seas or succumb to the pressures of a rapidly changing planet.